here. Let's take a look at the MISC Reliant Co-Ray, an unboxing if you will. Take a bit of a look through the ship, we'll check out all the features, have a quick discussion about some bits and pieces, but I won't be getting into too much detail. Let's just see what we can find out. At the end I'll take it for a fly and show you how it performs. Right off the bat you can see that really cool flight effect. There's 3 different modes for this ship. There's a VTOL mode, there's a horizontal mode, and there's a vertical mode. So it's a very cool looking ship. Lots of detail. A turret on each wing, you can see that cool bubble canopy with 2 seats in it, pilot and co-pilot. It's intended as a light freighter, but you'll find that it's actually a half decent dogfighter. In recent updates they've strengthened the wings, they've added more firepower, and they've effectively doubled the hull. So there's a lot of beating that it can take. It's definitely not a dedicated fighter, but I've found it can be used to quite good effect. Certainly against NPCs. I don't know how it would go against other players. So you can see how good the vision is in that cockpit. Just lovely. It's a nice place to sit and fly. I actually use it a lot for exploration. So here we are on the outside of the ship having a bit of a walk around. It's an excellent front-on profile when in this configuration. It's not so good if you're in combat and someone's got you side on. It has a very large profile. So here is an excellent view of those double turrets. So each turret is sitting on a size 4 hardpoint, and each mount on that turret is a size 2. I currently have laser cannons on there. See the back here, there's some excellent detail. It has some running and navigation lights. You can see that cool progressive light effect, which I find quite striking. It looks excellent when it's on the ground, reflecting off of the ground. But doesn't appear to be proper navigation lights. Where's the green lights here over on the starboard side? There's those omnidirectional engines. Quite like sort of the, not honeycomb, but the segmented details on the back of the wings. Those turrets are actually remote controllable from the co-pilot seat, which is neat, but somewhat useless at the moment because it doesn't have a HUD. Coming back around the front, it's a nice view almost in profile there, and you can just see the various, which we'll have a look at closer in a moment, various instrument clusters, sensors, radio or radar masts. I'm not quite sure exactly what that's for. And there we go. Just zip in and have a quick look at the weapon systems. Here's the size 1 hard point under the wing. I have laser scatters on there at the moment. They're gimbaled. Coming around having an even closer look at this Tashima turret, specially made for the Reliance. A couple of laser cannons on there. I've put them on there. I've used repeaters as well, but I find that, to be honest, either the repeaters or the cannons work quite well. Closer look of that omnidirectional engine, points back. It's currently in VTOL or landing mode. So here's one of those sensor, what I think are sensor clusters that I was talking about a moment ago. So it's got cameras and whatnot in it. Very cool. I like the motive with the ace of clubs on the wings. You can see missile hardpoints under there, currently no missiles on them. Here's that radio mast I was talking about, sort of like the old World War II fighters had them on this. You can crank them up and down. This has a sensor cluster, I think, with cameras and could be radar. I quite like that detail. Right, opening up the back here. Really like the way this unfolds. It's very pleasing. Sort of comes down and all the bits unfold and come out. They've done a really good rework on this. It did used to work differently. The rear of this ship has many vents. I don't know Perhaps the 6 SCU of cargo back here is intended to be refrigerated or something, but certainly there are a lot of vents, buttons, switches, dials, lights, you name it. This thing would make a fantastic Christmas tree. Maybe it needs a few more lights, but so here's some lights. Here's some webbing along the side that does absolutely nothing. It almost looks like you could have flip down seats there. Perhaps this will be modular sometime in the future. Here's a button to turn on the air conditioning. I don't know. Maybe it turns on the air conditioning. Who knows? A few more buttons over here. A fire extinguisher might come in handy in future. Hopefully ship fires will be a thing. Lots more detail. I mean, they could be release points. I don't know. Yeah, nicely scuffed up floor. That's an excellent texture. That's yes, safety first, of course. Yeah, that floor really reminds you you're in a cargo ship. Nice scuffed up floor from dragging crates to and fro. Struts. Okay, heading up to the front, we can see component housing on each side. You can see there's no bed, unfortunately, in the co-ray. It's the only thing I don't like. They're fuel hoses, I believe. And there's some excellent detail up on them. Look at this, they've got zoom right in, you're able to see the name, the MISC name, and part numbers, very cool. So those component housings below, some of the ships you can actually release them. There's a panel release up there for something in the future. You can see the components behind them, you can't do anything to them, but in the future they're going to have maintenance gameplay in here where you have to look after your ship as it degrades. So here's some rotator cuffs, one on each seat. They're important because in this horizontal flight mode you're sitting side by side with the co-pilot, but when you're in vertical mode you're actually one above the other. Excellent view out the front and all around. So there's the MFDs all folded up. You'll hopefully see the animation of that in a moment as they come out in front of you once you get in the seat. What's that under there? I'm not really sure what this button is. Look at that. Manual control. Man, I really want to press that. Don't know what it does. Maybe it ejects the co-pilot if he's done everything wrong. I don't know. So let's take this thing for a bit of a fly. Right off the bat you see those MFDs I was talking about folding down. They're the old style, but they'll be updated sometime soon. And sitting right front and square out in the front of the ship. Great place to fly from. I don't know if you want to be there while everyone's shooting at you, but hey. So pan over the top of the ship. You can see those strobing, the progressive lights coming across I was talking about before. Makes a really nice effect on the ground, especially at night. Super easy to spot. I suppose someone's not going to land on top of you. So here we go. We zoom down over the moon of Magda around Hurston. We'll take you for a bit of a fly. Now you see what I mean when I say it has some negative flight characteristics. The lag to line it back up when you do a hard turn is noticeable. It has a sluggish turn rate. It's not good, not great on acceleration. It is stable, which is good. Stable, it's easy to control, it's a good gun platform. I think when they get the remote turrets to work properly, it'll be better, but having them slaved to the pilot at the moment works perfectly well. I have absolutely no problem with it. You can see here it's cruising along nice and straight and level. But when I do a turn, you can see that the actual vector indicator there is lagging well behind, and it's difficult to line it up. Even as much as I was able to line it up, it's made the ship overheat because it's working very hard with its little thrusters to get back in line. See, it's struggling here to get back, and I just zip over the top there. So the Co-Ray, is it my favourite ship? Well, no. I mean, it's definitely not my favourite ship, but I do really enjoy flying it, and I take it out a lot when I want to dogfight. I don't know why, because the Hawk's better, and I take it out a lot exploring. It's pretty much better suited to that. However, it doesn't have a seat in it, and I usually use it just for tooling around and looking at things. It's nice and sturdy for landing in different places. But again, most of the time I actually take out the Mustang Beta because it has a bed so I can log out and come back later. So, geez, I really do like it, and I am going to spend money on it. I bought this in game not long ago, and I've just been playing around with it, so hence I'm not going into a lot of detail. I definitely recommend it to someone who's looking for something a little bit different. I like the way this ship flies, I like the way it shoots, I don't mind the way it handles, and if you're looking for something a bit different to the Avenger Titan, just keeping in mind that this one doesn't have a bed, then you thoroughly recommend. So that's all from me for now, so till next time, I'll see you guys around the verse. Bye.